Hi there and welcome along to this Property Tribe's location guide powered by Belvoir, and today we're in my hometown of Guildford and I'm joined by Belvoir franchise owner Glenn. So welcome Glenn.
Hiya.
Now strategically, where Guildford is located in the UK, it's just an absolutely fantastic location, isn't it?
Yes, it is, because obviously you've got very good transport links into London. Anything from sort of 35-40 minutes you can be a train straight into Waterloo. It's got 2 stations as well servicing into London. And obviously you're very close to the south coast and the commuter routes of the M3 and the M4.
And M25.
And M25.
So from a point of view of tenants, what sort of tenants does Guildford attract?
Well, we do get a wide variety. There's a university, the University of Surrey in the town, so obviously there is quite a high market for students, which can produce a good yield. You also have professional sharers, and then a lot of young couples coming through that may have lived and may have studied in Guildford or are moving into Guildford with work. So it's a real combination.
Yeah, and what about LHA tenants?
It's very low actually. We don't find that, or we get many inquiries from that. And generally the landlords find that because there's such a high number of professional tenants in the town that they don't need to go down that route.
Now, I think we saw recently that Guildford had the second most expensive streets in the UK in a recent poll. But that doesn't mean that everywhere is really expensive. There are some good areas for investment properties. What would you say those areas are?
There's a combination really. There's some within the town centre, you can still attract very high rents. So although you may have to pay a little bit more for your property, the yield is still very good. But within North Guildford, the other side of the A3, close to the university, you can find that you can pick up some good priced 3-bedroom properties and still get a very good yield. If they've got the 2 reception rooms, you can find that you could pay something like £250, £270 and still be attracting £1,700 a month in rent.
And what would you say is your most popular type of property that's highest in demand at Guildford at the moment?
Definitely the 1-bedroom flats within the town centre. They can be a variety of sizes. You can get the sort of lower end ones which will rent for £750 that are relatively small, and they'll go to single professionals or couples. But there are some nicer, more modern ones that you'd probably spend £210 to buy. You should be able to let those out for about £1,000 a month. We generally find the 1-bed flats at the moment, they never stay on the market for more than 2 weeks, and the void time is almost non-existent.
What about the family market? Are terraces popular?
Not so much with the terraces. What we find the families are looking for in Guildford, although they're a smaller part of the market, they're obviously after the driveway and the garden, and ideally still want to be within half a mile of the station. So those types of properties are quite rare within Guildford. The terrace side of things within the town centre, they will go as long as they've got those facilities, yeah.
So you mentioned students, that is a big portion of the market here as well. So do you deal with HMOs?
Yes, very much so, yeah. We can support landlords through the regulation with regards to that. Yeah.
And we know that for an ensuite bedroom you could achieve somewhere between £450 to £600 a month depending on the quality of the room.
Yes, that's right. Generally we find we let the HMOs still under the 1 tenancy, so you're finding that within that the landlord's then not got any cost for the utilities and the tenants take those on as well. And roughly speaking, the town centre, they're willing to pay about £500 per person, depending on the quality. So, you know, a 3-bedroom house with 2 reception rooms and maybe the basement converted, which you can turn into your 5-bed and licence it. If it's in the town centre, you'll be getting at least £2,300, maybe £2,500 a month.
And I can speak from experience that Guildford is a great place to live as well, and that's attracting tenants in because there's so many amenities, isn't there? There's the wonderful high street, there's the leisure centre, all sorts of things going on in Guildford, and the new sports centre as well.
Yes, very much so, and also the Waitrose effect. There's planning permission now for a Waitrose just round the corner from our office. So that should be up and running hopefully in 2 or 3 years. And yeah, there's lots of restaurants and clubs and bars, etc.
And the research park attracts a lot of tenants as well.
That and the hospital working, and also people that work at the university, so the lecturers as well. So you can get some good quality tenants through there.
So if somebody watching this was thinking of investing in Guildford, what would your advice be?
Well, my first question would be, what's your long-term aims? But if you're looking for a safe bet and you want what I would call easier tenants to manage with, I'd go down the 1-bedroom flat. If you're looking for a slightly better yield and prepared to put the work in, then I would advise you to go for something in North Guildford with the 3 bedrooms and 2 receptions that you can turn into a 4-bed student property as you furnish it.
Brilliant.
They'll be your best returns.
Well, thank you very much for that, Glenn. And what we'll do is we'll put your details on the screen now, and you would no doubt be willing to hear from anybody if they had any questions or they wanted to post on the thread, and you'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah, very much so. At Belvoir, we provide free buy-to-let advice for any landlord that's looking to invest. Particularly, we find a lot of people coming in now have money sitting in the bank, and the interest rates being low, they're looking to invest for the first time. And I think it's important that you speak to a letting agent rather than an estate agent that may also have properties to sell, so that you're getting independent advice. We do that all for free, so give us a call and come in for a cup of coffee.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. You've been watching Property Tribe's Location Guide, powered by Belvoir, and we've been talking about Guildford in Surrey. I hope you found the information valuable.